Alrighty, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Hello, hello, and welcome to the stream. I hope I find you all well. Today is Sunday, the 9th of August, 2020. And today we're doing something a little different on stream, which I'm actually quite pleased that we get to do today. I wasn't originally planning on being able to do this, but it all came together thanks to the generosity of a viewer. Today we're going to be checking out the Avengers beta on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Okay? So the way this works is this beta is going in waves. It's really weird. So first of all, this weekend, if you either pre-ordered the game on PlayStation 4, or if you're an insider of the industry, okay, you can play the beta. What does that mean? It means that basically if you work for a game company, if you work for a gaming journalism outlet, or if you're a favored content creator or streamer, or if you did pre-order the game already on PlayStation 4, you get a code to play the game this week, okay? Next weekend, from what I'm to understand, it'll be an open beta for those on PlayStation, and it's the closed beta for those who pre-ordered the game on Xbox One, okay? And then the weekend after that, which would be, the third weekend of August, basically absolutely everyone can play it, okay? Open for everyone on the internet. So, I'm excited to see what this is. Now, first of all, without naming names, because I don't want to give anyone undue attention that they didn't want, I want to say thank you to the person who provided excuse me. Thank you to the person who provided the code for me to play this. Basically someone emailed me, because originally I wanted to do this, but I didn't know if this weekend was actually the open beta or not. I didn't know if it was the closed or open beta this weekend. So I kind of tentatively put it on my schedule, but then I found out that it was only the pre-order beta, and again, if you're a favored content creator or whatever, those are the only people who are going to get to play it this weekend. So I kind of said, all right, well, oh well, right? It is what it is. I didn't know that. Now I know. And I kind of wrote it off as being able to do it, but then I found out that someone contacted me, emailed me, and said, Phil, I heard you wanted to do the beta. I just happen to have a beta code I'm not going to be using. Would you like to use it? To which I responded, no, absolutely not. How dare you even offer such a thing? How pretentious of you. No, of course that's not what I said. I said, sure, that's awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, because I wanted to check out the game. A lot of people are playing the game this weekend, and having to wait an extra week would have been a detriment, obviously. So this is cool. It allows me to have good variety on the streams this weekend, instead of all just the same games over and over. And I hope you guys are enjoying the variety that we're having on streams this weekend. Big variety, right? Yesterday we had Fall Guys, and today we have the Avengers beta. Now, from what I'm to understand, I've heard of many things, and I'm going to go into this with an open mind. I'm basically hearing the game is meant to be like a co-op beat-em-up with friends. That, yes, it does have a single-player story-based campaign that you can play through, and you will play through if you buy the game. But the major focus of the game is cooperative gameplay with other people, having a squad of Avengers going out there and doing cooperative missions against these enemies, yada, yada, yada. Okay? I'm not saying that's a bad thing, alright? I'm just saying that, guys know me, I probably would have preferred a more narrative-based experience, like an actual awesome narrative with it, instead of just being, go up and beat up a bunch of generic enemies with your friends, right? I also really haven't seen much or any footage of the game in action at all, so I don't actually know what it looks like. Today will be the first opportunity I'll actually get to take a look at it in motion, basically, and see what it looks like being played. Now, some people have told me that it's cool that the Avengers all play very differently. Like, the Hulk is a slow, lumbering tank who's very damaging. Iron Man is more like a character who shoots things from afar. Black Widow is kind of weak up close, but comes in quick with stealth. beats up a bunch of enemies, and then gets the hell out of there. You see? So, if that is the case, and there's big variety in the playstyles of the characters, I think that's pretty neat. I don't know how well that'll be implemented, obviously, in the gameplay of a final game. I guess we'll find out. Someone actually overnight emailed me and said there's a secret stage you can get to if you do a certain amount of criteria. But it's funny because then I read up, and it's like the secret stage is just you go into an underground base and fight a bunch of generic enemies, and that's it. I was like, well, then it's not much of a secret. Who cares if they hit it the stage or not if it's just like a generic stage? You see what I mean? I guess we'll see. You know, I don't know what to expect today. And some people have asked me, is there enough content in the beta for an entire stream? To which, obviously, I haven't played it yet, so I can't definitively answer that for you. But the impression I'm getting is yes. The impression I'm getting is, yeah, there is a good amount of content in the beta. And therefore, it's probably going to be enough to do the whole stream. In fact, some people are even saying there might be more. Like, I might not even be able to get to all the content in this one stream because they put a lot into this beta, okay? So we'll see. I'm very curious to see what this is all about. I've been talking about this recently. I've been saying, you know, really, it's shocking to me that they took this long to make a game of Avengers, because there was so many years there. I mean, we're talking a good 7-year run where the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, was the hottest thing in movies. And man, would they have made a fortune if a game had come out earlier. But now they're coming out with this game the year after, you know, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, you know, after all that's over. And really, there's a big lull right now in the movies because of the coronavirus and everything. But then again, maybe that'll come out, and maybe inadvertently, this will come out in their favor. And here's why I say that, okay? Unintentionally, there's no movies out right now, okay? So maybe this will actually pay off for them, because now, since you can't get any movies, oh, I could play Avengers in a video game, right? See what I mean? Maybe a ton of people will run out and buy this game, even if it's not good. A ton of people may run out and buy the game, okay? Now, someone literally just said it's not tied to the MCU. You're right, it's not. This is not a game that ties to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is the Marvel Cinematic Universe is hot as hell. You know, it made a ridiculous amount of money, and people wanted a Marvel game like this for a long time, and waiting. Where the fuck is it? And now finally it's out. That's the point I'm trying to make here, is that, you know, even if the game isn't even great, because people have been waiting around for a game like this for a very long time, it may make a ton of money. People might run out and buy it even if it's not good. You see what I'm saying? Okay? So, let's see what happens here with the beta. Now, there are a few annoying things about this beta. I want you guys to know, just in case you're actually maybe planning on checking it out for yourself, when it goes like fully public next week or whatever. Annoying thing number one is it's big. It's supposed to be a beta, yet it's 26 gigabytes on the PlayStation 4, all right? That's huge. Like, for a beta, usually a beta wouldn't be that giant. You know, now, of course, a lot of games today are 100 gigs or more, but you see the point I'm making. It's still supposed to be the beta. It's quite sizable. So just to forewarn anyone, okay? That's number one. Number two, this game requires you to create a Square Enix account, which probably no one has. I can't imagine why you would have one, but you have to create a Square Enix like website account, and then once that's created, then you have to verify that account via email, and once you've done that, then you have to link that in game to your PlayStation account, and once that's done, then finally you're able to play the full beta. Like, if you don't do that, they won't even let you play the beta. It'll just say, link the account, link the account, link the account. Okay? So it's annoying, obviously. You want to just be able to download and jump in, and they won't let you. you have to create this weird online Square Enix account and link it. So I've already done that, just to let so everyone knows. I did a little bit of research. So a few people actually told me about this and said, Phil, if you're going to play this on stream, you got to do that early. If you don't, you're going to be frustrated because you're going to be forced to do it during the stream. Okay? So I've got that done. At least I think I do. I did it to the extent that the game told me to do it. I'm hoping I don't get any fucking annoying surprises here in the game's like, oh, you still didn't do it fully or something stupid. Okay? So I guess we're going to see what happens as we check this out today. You know, I'm very curious of what this is going to be. I hope we get a good first impression because, you know, I like Marvel. I grew up playing Marvel. Excuse me. I grew up reading Marvel comics. Those are my go-to comics of choice over DC. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, in my opinion, has been entertaining. I'm not a giant fanboy of it or anything, but I definitely enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to hopefully having a great gameplay experience with the Avengers. And I'm hearing mixed things about it. Some people are saying this looks really good, and other people are like, oh, it's generic. You're just beating up a bunch of generic enemies. It's a co-op beat 'em up, and there's not much to it. All right, so I guess we'll see today what it's going to be about. I don't know. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if this beta is going to be running non-stop all week or not, because another question that was posed was, what if you can't do all the content of the beta in one stream? Will you play it again? And the answer is, yeah, I might. I don't know if it's going to be live all week or if it's only on weekends that they're going to be running it. But if there's more content and it seems like it's fun and it's interesting and you guys want to see more, I would consider doing this again in the next week. But let's see today how it goes. Okay, it might be we just do it once and okay, I've seen everything there is to see. Maybe there's more generic grinding combat, but I've seen everything there is to see. I don't want to do anymore, right? I guess we'll see today firsthand. So that's the main gameplay stream today, guys. Okay, pretty cool. Thank you again to the viewer who provided the code so we can check it out. Tonight, the late stream is Animal Crossing New Horizons. And why am I doing Animal Crossing tonight? I will tell you why I'm doing Animal Crossing tonight. You don't have to worry. I'm going to tell you. Because it's the big summer celebration. Okay? And the big summer celebration, means that every Sunday night for the month of August, they're doing a big fireworks display in the game. Now, I missed out on this last week because I didn't realize this. I played on Monday and there were no fireworks. I was like, oh. But my wife played the game that Sunday night and saw the fireworks and said they were really neat. And then I ran over and saw them. I'm like, oh, that is neat. There's new music. There's fireworks going on. It's pretty nice. Okay? So, I am excited for tonight. I definitely want to check this out. And enjoy it with you guys. I hope you guys will join me later tonight for the fireworks celebration. Of course, we'll be doing all the normal things we do in Animal Crossing. The fishing, the diving, you know, the usuals. The usual suspects will be performed. But I think it should be a fun time tonight in Animal Crossing. 2 chill hours. Yes, I ran over because my wife was playing this on the couch. And I was in the kitchen doing something. And she's like, oh my God, you got to see these fireworks. They're so awesome. And I ran over and watched them with it. Basically, they run from 7 p.m. till midnight. So I start playing between 7 and 7:30. So that's perfect timing. Okay? So, yes, that should be fun tonight. I hope you guys will join me for that. Okay? Then tomorrow, we are starting up Nier Automata. Now, some people have asked me, when you say that, what does that mean? Does it mean that you're starting over completely? Does it mean that you're starting from side B? Here's the thing. I've been thinking about this all week about what I want to do, okay? And after putting some thought into it, all right, I think the answer I've come up with is I'm not going to play the game. I lied to all of you this whole time, and I'm not going to play it. Instead, we're going to do something different. I'm kidding. We're going to play it tomorrow. But I think I kind of just want to start the whole game over, all right? As much as I know some people will not like that because they'll say, we already saw the side A run already. We already, we know what's going to happen there. We want to see the side B and everything else. I hear you, but I have not played this game in 3.5 freaking years. Okay? The way I see it is this. I remember the gameplay and the combat. I don't necessarily remember the story that well. Okay? So I'm kind of like thinking if I don't replay side A, I'm going to be so confused because I'm going to be missing out on important plot points and the like. And I'm going to be so damn confused that it's not going to be fun. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm nervous about is I'll just, the run will suck because I'm not going to know what's going on. I'll just be flubbing my way through it. And what's the point of playing the game again if I don't know what's going on, right? I mean, the whole point is that people wanted me to do the side A, side B stuff to see how different it was or whatever, right? So what's the point of me doing it unless I'm going to do it right and know exactly what's going on? So I agree with you guys in that respect. And that's why I feel like I want to redo it this way. And it's totally okay if you disagree and you're like, oh man, I was hoping for him to just kind of rush through it or whatever. I don't really want to do that, okay? So we're going to start with side A tomorrow. I just say do a clean restart of the game. So I know what's going on. I know what I'm doing. It's not me kind of rushing through it. Instead, I'll take my time and we'll go from there. Okay, that's kind of what I'm seeing. All right, that's what I'm seeing. That's kind of what I'm thinking, is that it makes sense to do that. Now, here's the thing. All right, and here's why I got to bring this up. I hope you guys are going to tune in. I hope you guys are going to be supportive of the playthrough. All right, this was a viewer's choice deal, and you guys have been asking for this. Okay, for quite a goddamn long time. You know, this has been a long time coming that you guys have been asking for me to play another run. And I'm totally okay with that. You know, I'm cool with that. But at the same time, I hope you guys are gonna tune in. I hope it's not going to be a situation where it was a very small group of people asking, and then people end up not showing up for it. You know what I mean? Like, I hope people will show up in support because I'm really excited for it. You know, I'm excited for it to see what have I been missing that you guys have been telling me I've been missing for years, 3.5 years. So I hope it's good. All right, I am nervous about it because it is an older game now, 3.5 years old, and I don't want it, especially because if I'm doing part side A, then side B, and then the other sides, like it's C, D, E, or whatever, you're talking upwards of like a 30+ hour playthrough. All right, it's gonna be a big chunk of my gameplay for the month of August. So I hope I don't start playing this thing tomorrow, and now no one shows up, and then people complain, oh, why is he playing this old game? Because this happens a lot. I hate to say it, this happens a lot. People scream for something for a long time. I finally do it, and then they're like, oh, why are you doing this old game? Like, what is this? Play something different. I'm like, oh my god. So I hope people will show up. I hope you guys will hang out with me and be along for the ride. The truth of the matter is, way back when, 3.5 years ago, this was actually one of the first playthroughs that I started playing when I was a full-time streamer. If you remember, I had started off with Breath of the Wild, which I had started doing not as a full-time streamer, but then I changed from being a YouTuber to a full-time streamer that was interactive and talked with you guys. And Nier Automata was, I would say, like the second or third playthrough that I did that was as an interactive streamer. Okay? So it was cool. Like, you guys gave me a lot of support, and you guys were very interactive during the original playthrough. I remember. We had a lot of fun conversations. I'm hoping we can do that again. Instead, you know, I don't want to just be, okay, I'm playing a game, because I know the game has a lot of grindy combat. I remember in that first run, there were parts of the game that had grindy combat that wasn't super exciting. So I hope that you guys will join me for this playthrough. Will you know, hang out with me. Know that I'm going to redo side A before I do side B, C, D, E. And understand that this is probably going to be a lengthy playthrough. Okay? Because if I'm doing all the sides, I think just one side is around 10 to 12 hours. And then if you're doing it twice and then you're doing the other one, you know what I mean? Like, this is going to be long. This is probably going to start running this week. And I would guess we'll be doing this till the end of the month. Okay? And then once Ghost of Tsushima wraps up within a few more streams, then we're going to probably start doing Batman Arkham City. And that'll be a balance between Batman Arkham City and Nier Automata probably for the rest of this month on the main gameplay streams. Okay? Okay? Fair enough? Alright. Tomorrow night, more Paper Mario and the Origami King. continuing on, we had finished up the second world, and we're going to be checking out the third. Well, we'll be finishing up the second world, and doing some stuff. I've heard that if you backtrack, there's actually some really fun stuff there in the second world to do. So we'll do that first, then we'll head to the third world, and we'll see how that goes tomorrow night. Okay, I'll be off from streaming on Tuesday. I come back on Wednesday with more Ghost of Tsushima. We are in Act 3, meaning we're nearing the end of the game. People who've played the game before said if I continue to do all the stuff I've been doing, probably 3 more streams. All right. So, yes, that would be Wednesday, and then you figure if you do 2 more streams, I'll probably play once more this week, and then once next week, and then we've wrapped it up. Okay. Wednesday night, I'm playing more Fall Guys. This is the game that I played yesterday, the viral sensation. It finally started working again, and you guys seem to really like it, at least for that initial session. Now, I don't know how much longevity Fall Guys is going to have, because there's only about, what, like I'd say between 10 to 15 levels in the whole game. It's fun. Seriously, it's fun. But at the same time, I don't know how much it's going to last. If I play this, like, every once in a while, it might be the same stages over and over. It's not super fun, right? But we'll see. So I'm going to do more Fall Guys this Wednesday night. And then the daytime streams will be a balance between Nier and Ghost of Tsushima until Ghost of Tsushima is completed. The night streams will be a balance between Fire Emblem, Street Fighter, Paper Mario, Animal Crossing, etc. Maybe next week I won't do Animal Crossing so we can do more of the other games. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, okay? But that will be the next week or so of streaming here, roughly, okay? Hope that sounds good. Now, later in the month, there's a possibility of new games with games like Battletoads and Tell Me Why, which are both under Microsoft Game Pass, which I might get in order to just get those games and not have to buy them outright. There's also a Samurai Jack game that I may or may not play. I'm on the fence about. I don't know. And near the end of the month, there's a DLC for Control that has Alan Wake in it. So I'm curious about that too. I don't know what to do this month. Like this is kind of like the weirdest, deadest month because there's not a lot going on in the realm of new releases in this August. Okay, so I've got options, but the options there's no clear cut. Oh, this is what you should do. So I got to think about it and try to take your feedback and everything, and then we'll determine what I'm doing later on this month. All right. Also, you guys may not realize this, but we are very quickly approaching the 250 Vest Streak celebration. This is tentatively scheduled for 2 weeks from yesterday, or not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after, around 2 weeks, all right? I've already begun preparations. I already have something that I started planning for it. But outside of that, what will we be doing during that celebration? Well, there will be a Q&A session, because we didn't do one last time. Instead of me just gabbing, we'll have an open Q&A session where we hang out and have some fun and talk. There will be a live DSP Tries It. What will it be? I can tell you what it's not going to be, a drink. Because the last 2 drinks I tried to do on this thing, they were miserable failures. First, the stupid Starbucks S'mores Frappuccino was terrible. And then I tried to get the fucking Frosty-Chino or Frosty-Chino for Wendy's, and it was just an iced coffee. They were boring as shit, and I'm not doing that anymore. Okay? I refuse. All right? But something else, maybe probably a food item, and there's been a bunch of different options. Tiny tacos from Jack in the Box, the grilled cheese burrito from Taco Bell, just to name a few or a couple. I don't know. I'm not getting that Shack XXL pizza. All that is a big pepperoni pizza. That's kind of lame. But if you guys have any other ideas of what I can do for the DSP Tries It, let me know. All right? Send me your ideas. I'm open to suggestions. In addition, I'm open to suggestions of what else to do during this celebration. Some people have suggested I do some gameplay because I have not done any gameplay during these celebrations yet. So maybe some Fall Guys. Maybe that's right up the alley. You know what I mean? Like that could potentially be exactly what we're looking for, a silly session of Fall Guys or something. But here's the thing, and I want to make this clear. I have to make this clear so people don't get misconceptions. A lot of people say, well, are you going to play Fall Guys with viewers? The only way to play Fall Guys with viewers is to add people to your friends list on PlayStation Network. I'm not willing to do that just to add random people I don't know. Here's why. You guys may not realize this, but actually adding people to your friends list can actually add to some security risks. First of all, they can see your other friends. Like, if you're on someone's friends list, you can see other people, and that leads to harassment. I can tell you guys, over the years, especially when I used to do multiplayer stuff and I would add people to my friends list, people would then tell me, oh, Phil, did you know I got harassed constantly because, I was on your friends list, and then other people who were on your friends list troll us? I was like, no, I didn't know that. Like, yeah. So basically what happened is you added a bunch of people for a multiplayer event, and you got like 5 or 6 people on there who were just harassing the fuck out of all of us with messages and all kinds of pop-ups and shit. Okay? So that sucks, because I don't want other people being harassed. It's one thing if I get harassed, okay? It's another thing for other people to be harassed by people on my friends list. And I don't want that to happen. That's fucked up. In addition, apparently that leads to other issues, security issues. All right? So, sorry. Let me put it this way. If Fall Guys ever does an open lobby system where you can create your own lobby and you can have people join a public lobby, or maybe you set up a password and they can get into the lobby and join your game, I would do that. But to my knowledge, they don't do that. To my knowledge, it's just it's a random game, and then you have to have people in a party to join it. And to get them in the party, I would have to have people on the friends list, and I don't want to do that. Okay? I'm just not gonna. It's for the idea of, we're gonna have a party of like 6 people or whatever to jump into Fall Guys together, to have security risks, to have people possibly be harassed, to have my settings all get fucked up for this silly throwaway game. I'm not doing it. I'm just not. I'm not gonna have my business disrupted because of a bunch of shitheads. So I will continue to play Fall Guys, okay? But I'm not gonna fuck around with settings and stuff because they didn't set up a lobby system in the game. I'm just going to play it randomly like I've been doing, okay? So understand that. I wish this were not the life that I lived, and I wish there was a different situation where people were nice to me instead of complete shitbags, and that they wouldn't start harassing other fucking viewers and stuff. But sadly, that's not the case. There's people who literally sit around, okay, and they're waiting for the moment that I say, okay, I will wait until Phil's going to add people to his list, and then immediately I will start systematic harassment of everyone on his friends list. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put people at risk. I'm thinking of the greater good, and I'm trying to look out for you guys. I wish I could do it, the things that other content creators get to do. I don't get to do them because of these disgusting fucking people. All right? So I'm just going to say this up front. All right? Stop asking, because all day yesterday I'm playing Fall Guys. I'm having a blast, and people in the stream chat, play with others, play with others, play with us, join the party, play with us, join the party, come on, friends list, add me, No, shut the fuck up. I know what I'm doing, and I'm doing it this way on purpose so that people don't get hurt. And if you can't respect that, then fuck off, because I gotta look out for my viewing audience. I can't have people being systematically harassed by fucked up, mentally ill people who go nuts harassing people online for no fucking reason just because they watch me or they want to play a game with me. I'm not doing that. All right? So understand that, and if you start being... When I start playing this game on a regular basis and people just start being asshats about it in the stream chat, you're not going to be here for long, okay? We're all just trying to have a good time, and I'm not going to put the security of my viewers at risk because some immature, demanding, entitled idiot wants to fucking play. Shut up. All right? Sorry. I want to do it. I can't deal with it. Okay. There you go. All right, guys. One other thing before we move on. Sub goal, guys. Subscriber goal for the month of August has been up and down and up and down and up and down. Okay? We're currently at 807 subscribers. You guys have been awesome with the subs, and in particular, Only Iced Coffee, has been gifting subs. We're very close to hitting the sub goal for August, okay? Now, excuse me. If we hit the sub goal for August, okay, what I'll be doing is a marathon, probably in September. What kind of a marathon? Well, that's going to be determined by you. The 3 options are an Indies marathon, a Rageathon, or a classic platforming marathon featuring old school Mario games, Super Mario Bros. 1 and Super Mario Bros. 2, The Lost Levels. The premise is, it'll be a 1-day stream where I play, starting usual 10 in the morning until 7 to 8 at night. And I play either a variety of games depending on the topic or 2 Mario games, okay? Now, what's going to happen is, first you guys are going to vote on the kind of marathon for about a week, and then once that's determined, then you guys are going to be able to nominate games for that marathon, okay? So that's how it's going to work. 2 phases, basically phase 1, voting, and phase 2, nominations, okay? Since it's only a 1-day event, it's not a huge deal like the viewer's choice where it's like, oh God, I have to try to fit this into the schedule. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. I should be able to squeeze it in at some point. But to make it happen, we got to hit the subs goal. Okay? So, good stuff, all right? I hope that you guys will sub if you're not. Many benefits to subscribing to the channel, including access to a ton of emotes, including not having to watch ads when I take an ad break, and of course you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter. Now, Polish Frog just brought something up. I want to bring this up. Sadly, right now, we can't do anything with channel points or penne points. Why? Because they're bugged. On Friday night, I went to set up my usual poll where you guys can use your channel points to vote for fighters in Street Fighter. And guess what? It was broken. People were able to unlimitedly vote. So normally we get 5 people who get to vote for a character. We got about like 30, 40 people who did it. And I was like, well, obviously this sucks. Now you guys used your penne points. I can't play with all those characters. I don't know what happened. And I went back and checked. It's nothing on my end. It's a Twitch issue. Apparently they fucked it up where you can't limit it anymore. So if I set up a poll or if I set up any of this where you can use your points to do something, there's no limits. People can just do it endlessly. So imagine that. Imagine if I set up a poll, use your penne points to vote for the kind of marathon. And then someone gets to literally vote 400 times. They use all their penne points and they vote 1,000,000 times because it's broken. Okay? It sucks because actually, I got a couple suggestions this week. In particular, I got an email overnight of some really interesting suggestions of things I could do with the points. And I was like, man, that actually sounds good, but I know for a fact it's broken. So what we're going to do, we're going to hope that this gets fixed this week. We'll test it out again this Friday. If it's still screwed up during the Street Fighter stream on Friday, what I'll do is I'll try to recreate those things. Maybe what it is because I created those, like there's a Pokemon one and there's a Street Fighter one. Okay? Maybe, just maybe, if I recreate it from scratch, it'll work. Maybe they changed a line of code and so the old one doesn't work and a new one would. I don't know. But we'll try to figure this out this week. And then if that does end up working, then maybe I could do some new stuff with the channel points. But right now, it's completely screwed up. I can't have people doing it unlimited. That's completely against the whole idea of doing it, right? Might as well just have people just type random shit into the stream chat then. So, okay, guys. It is time for shout-outs. Thank you for your contributions so far this morning. Let's get this going. Let's see what you guys want to talk about today, okay? So, first of all, let's see here. Overnight, I got a gifted subscription. Habib Gaming received a gifted sub from AJ the DJ. Congratulations to Habib Gaming on getting that gifted sub overnight. And thank you, AJ, for the overnight support. I appreciate that. Dan the Lad 97 resubscribed for 3 months. He says, I'm really enjoying the content, especially Ghost of Tsushima. Keep up the good work, bud. Thank you, Dan the Lad. I'm really enjoying Ghost of Tsushima myself. Like I said, we're into the end game now. Probably like maybe 3 more sessions, and we're going to do everything in the game, which is really cool that I've taken my time to play the game at this pace and check out all the content because, man, the game is beautiful and super fun, and I'm looking forward to however it ends, especially with some of the dark twists and turns the plot has taken last time around, okay? Only Iced Coffee gifted a bunch of subs this morning, so if you got a sub from him, be sure to personally thank him because he's been very generous. First of all, he gifted a sub to Caught a Fade, then he gifted a sub to Glitch Crazed. Sphinxly One subscribed to the channel this morning. And Silent General resubscribed for 29 months today. So thank you guys for your support there. Only Iced Coffee gifted a subscription to That British Lad. Congrats to That British Lad. Again, thank you, Only Iced Coffee. Captain K-Man got the cheering started today with a 100-bit cheer. Let's actually get him up on the leaderboard before we read this, but hold on. Good to see you, Captain K-Man. Okay. There we go. Okay, he says the following. The Silver Surfer has come back to gleam the cube Remember last time he did the first time you seen Blanca on Street Fighter 2. What? The Silver Surfer has come back to gleam the cube. Remember last time he did the first time you seen Blanca on Street Fighter 2. Thanks for the cheer, Captain Caveman. I appreciate that very much. Lindor27 tipped me $5 asking for an unban. Lindor, thank you for the contribution, first of all. You're the first tipper of the day. This is not the way to go about getting an unban. The way to get about getting an unban is as follows. You can either attempt to message a moderator. Usually it works better during a live stream when they're around and they're moderating. And ask them why you've been banned, can you be unbanned, etc. If that doesn't work, you can email me at darksidephil@hotmail.com. Give me your Twitch name. I'm going to repeat myself. Give me your Twitch name, because people email me all the time and don't do that, and I'm supposed to psychically know who they are, I guess. And ask for an unban. And, you know, if there was a situation where you got banned for a reason, let me know what happened with that, and I'll look into it. Not everyone is guaranteed an unban, especially if what you did was particularly offensive or egregious, but usually I'll review the case within a few days, and then you'll find out what's going to happen. So, Lindor, thank you for the $5 tip, but I'm not going to unban you live. You have to go through the proper methods. Okay? All right. R. Breezy subscribed for 11 months. Thank you, R. Breezy, for the sub. I appreciate that. Only Ice Coffee gifted a subscription to Or Nights. Congratulations, Or Nights, on the gifted sub, and thank you again, Only Ice Coffee, for the channel support. Rubly Atomic is here today. He cheered. He says, is Marvel still pertinent, or is the next trend going to be COVID-related film plots? I have no idea what they're going to do, because the thing is, the whole world has been different this year since COVID hit. And obviously, that's a major disruption to life, where there'll actually be movies and TV shows where this is written in as a major plot point. I mean, when will we even see filming for this stuff resume in full swing? I think some movies have actually begun with refilming and stuff, but you know what I mean? Like, everything was shut down for quite some time. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I guess we'll see. That's actually an interesting question. Only Ice Coffee did a 300-bit cheer. That is the biggest cheer of the day. So let's get Only Ice Coffee on the leaderboard, and we'll see what he has to say today. Thank you for all the support this morning. 300 bits. Okay. All right. So, Only Ice Coffee says the following. Hello, Phil. It's good to be back after a full day of traveling yesterday. Everyone is saying Fall Guys yesterday was super awesome, so I'm kind of bummed that I missed it. But anyway, it's good to see that the vestry continued in my absence. Also good to see a fat 800 subs so far. We're so very close to hitting that 825. That's right, and we're out around 807. I'll check before the end of the pre-stream to see where we're actually at. Yeah, it's awesome. Everything's been great. Fall Guys was fun because it was so silly. It's a silly game with a bunch of silly stuff happening. It was exciting to do the mini games with it. I mean, that's all it is, though. It's a game of mini games. So, again, could a game like that have longevity? Or is that something you do a couple times, you've seen everything, you get bored of it, and then you're done, you know? Some people have speculated that they're going to do different seasons, and each season they'll add a few new games in for variety's sake. But I kind of am reminded of Splatoon, where that game was super fun for like 2 days, and then after that you've seen every stage, you've done everything, and there's like nothing else to do, you see? So I guess we'll find out. All right? Playing it later this week. Only Ice Coffee gifted a subscription to Dr. Cushman. Congratulations, Dr. Cushman. Again, thank you, Only Ice Coffee. Myself just tipped me $5. Wow. No, I don't mean that it was me that tipped myself $5. This person named myself just tipped me $5. All right? And they said the following. If you were walking down the street, smoking endo, sipping on gin and juice. Wait, no. Sorry. That's a song lyric. Got confused. If you were walking down the street past a park and you saw me on the swings, if I asked you to push me on the swings, would you do it? Interesting question. Someone might just want to be pushed on the swing to have fun. Someone might be looking to scam you. Because can you imagine pushing someone on a swing, then they fall off on purpose, and then they say, "Oh, yeah, I'm hurt. You know, you better pay up, man, or I'm gonna call the cops on you." You see? You got to be skeptical about this stuff, guys. You never know what's going to happen in real life here. You have no idea. Now, in reality, now I would not, because it's social distancing. You stay the fuck away from me. Maybe if I could find a 6-foot long branch and I could like do a running joust and stab you with it to push the swing, maybe I would do that. But stay away from me, dude. I don't need your germs, all right? And wear a goddamn mask. All right, Nose Vacuum did a 100-bit cheer and says, "Hey, Phil, weeks ago you said you contacted a lawyer regarding DMCA stuff. Did anything come out of it? Can we get an update?" The only way that I could get anything done with DMCA stuff would be a very lengthy and very expensive legal process that more than likely would not result in anything at all for me. It would be one thing if I were a major corporation and I had my interests to protect, or if I were filthy rich and made so much money that I had the amount of time and money to do it. I don't. So sadly, after initial consultation on the subject, the answer is no. There's no reason to pursue anything because nothing's going to work. You know, you're talking such an elaborate and expensive thing to get anything done that there's no point. Haseo X has subscribed for 36 months. That is 3 straight years of support. Thank you very much, Haseo X, for that. He says, "The 3 years I've been subbed to you have been a crazy and wild ride. I wonder what happens next." I don't know. No, I don't think any of us know what happens next. All I can say is we can stay on the path we're on right now. It's great positive stuff coming up. You know, potentially new consoles this year, which is going to be really fun. Possible improvements to the business and the streams. I'm looking forward to this very, very happy and positively, and I hope you guys are too. Okay. Kurosawa Kid has done a 110-bit cheer. He says, "Anyone really been far even as decided to use even go want to look more like?" Yes. Eternal Napalm cheered. He said, "Glory to mankind." Well, there you go. Thank you, Eternal Napalm. And Randy O. Butternub gifted a subscription to Golden Seals. Congratulations, Golden Seals. Thank you, Randy O. Butternub, for supporting the channel. Appreciate that. Okay. Let's do some shout-outs. For those who are the top cheerers of the week, by the way, I should say this, guys. Today's Sunday. According to Twitch's rules, tomorrow is Monday. Well, that's not Twitch's rules. That's just the law of the week. But according to Twitch's rules, tomorrow is the first new day of a streaming week here. Or the first day of a new streaming week here is what I should have said. And that means that everything resets on these leaderboards. Okay? So if you're looking to be one of the top contributors of the week in regards to cheering or gifting subscriptions, now is your chance today, because it will reset overnight to 0 tomorrow. All right? So thank you to the top contributors of the week. We have an unprecedented, never before seen 6-way tie. 6-way tie for the top cheers of the week. It's actually 6 people tied, so that means it's a tie for 5th. Between the following people, get ready: Dinosaur, Jay Hale, Timbo Slice, Golden Colts, Ludwig World Order Fan, and Spartan King. Holy shit. I've never seen a 6-way tie like that before. So thank you guys for your cheering this week. I appreciate that very much. And wait a minute. Timbo Slice just did a 100-bit cheer to break it up. He says, "I'm not tied anymore." So he's right. So now we have a 5-way tie for 6th place between Dinosaur, Jay Hale, Golden Colts, Ludwig World Order Fan, and Spartan King. And Timbo Slice is now in 5th place for the week. Thank you, Timbo. In 4th place, we have Sambuca 2020. In 3rd place, Mature Adult. In 2nd place, Only Iced Coffee. And sitting there nicely in 1st place, Shadow the Hedgehog. Thank you, Shadow, for all the cheering this week. In addition, thanks to those who gifted subscriptions this week, including Randy O. Butternub, AJ the DJ, Goblin Blood, Cashmere Goat, D-Train 12, and Lunaba, who all gifted a single sub to the channel. We've also got Big D Purple Goon, who gifted 2 subs to the channel. We got Guitar Player 1939 and Frenolith, who each gifted 4 subscriptions to the channel. And then sitting just slightly above all of them, we've got Only Iced Coffee, who gifted 22 subs to the channel. Thank you very much, Only Iced Coffee, for all the support this week. That is much appreciated. And it's the reason why we are where we are. In fact, let's update this again and see where we are with subs. 808 subscriptions. Ladies and gentlemen, we are less than 20 subs away from hitting the subscriber goal for the month and doing a fun gaming marathon of some sort that you will determine. Alright, so again, I urge you, please consider subscribing. Tomper tipped $1 and said, how many ties do you think the president owns? 21 ties. I believe he owns 21 different ties. That's what he told me last time I asked. Okay. Philematology just did a $6 tip, which is the biggest tip of the day. They said a study of kissing. During kissing, couples exchange an average of 9 milliliters of water, 0.7 milligrams of protein, 0.18 milligrams of organic compounds, 0.71 milligrams of different fats, and 0.45 milligrams of sodium chloride. Well, that's very nice. And a juicy kiss probably does more than that. All right, so thank you to that for the top tip of the day. Wait a minute, I screwed up. Philematology. That's $6. And that gets us up to $17 a tip so far today. Speaking of tips, ladies and gentlemen, the vest streak is very much continuing and in effect for this stream. That means we're going to be trying to reach the tips goal of the $100 for the day. Wait a minute. I said $17, not $71. What is this? Get this out of here. I said 17. How dare you fight me? Okay, let's try this again. We've got a tips goal for today in effect. All right, if we hit the tips goal in celebration, I'll put on a vest of your choice. We got the 5 vests all lined up here and ready to go, raring to go. Okay. I would ask, if you're going to tip, please consider tipping sooner rather than later. The sooner the better to hit the goal, because that way we can just relax and enjoy the game and have fun and not have people freaking out in the stream chat during the last hour of the stream that I'm not going to hit the goal. Now, the good news is I'm here till 4 p.m. today, Pacific time. I don't have to end early or anything like that. So we do have a nice lengthy stream of the Avengers beta ahead of us. Don't worry that I have to leave early or anything like that. I do not today. All right. Also, reminder, contributions are not mandatory on my streams. It is not expected that anyone comes here to contribute anything or in any way. I'm perfectly happy to just hang out with you guys and have a ton of fun gaming, which is what this has always been about. But I am very appreciative of the last 4.5 months that you guys have kept the vest streak alive. 228 straight streams. Holy shnikes. To quote the great and late Chris Farley. Thank you for the support. Okay. So it's looking like that's it, guys. I don't really have much else to talk about. Unless anyone else has a last minute question or contribution, I think what we'll do is we're going to take a brief break for me to go use the restroom. And then when I come back, it will be time to check out the Avengers beta and see what it's all about. I hope it's good. Okay, I do. I hope it's good. I don't know if it's going to be. But I hope it ends up pleasantly surprising me, because I haven't heard too many good things about it, honestly. But I'm keeping an open mind. Oh, okay. Ripley Atomic just cheered. He said, I want to know about the history of the Romans starting from the beginning. Well, if we're going to start from the beginning, we actually have to start from all the way back to the Big Bang. So once, long time ago in the universe, all right, there was a ginormous explosion. And there's a lot of speculation as to what caused this explosion exactly. No one really knows for sure. But during this Big Bang, matter was thrown across the universe. All right, we're not going to do that. I'm just kidding. We're not going to do this. It's ridiculous. Thank you for the cheer, though, Ripley Atomic. Okay. All right, so I think that's it. Thank you, guys. Let's take a brief break. I'll come back in a few minutes, and it's Avengers time. I'll play you guys a little bit of music in the interim. See you in a sec.